Juls, after 21 consecutive victories, 15 of them in the Premier League, Manchester City's run comes at a halt in the most staggering fashion against Manchester United in the derby. Yeah. You had the opportunity to catch up with Harry Maguire after the game, and he revealed his game plan.
Yeah, well, some of it at least. But he said that preparing the game, they realised that City were always starting well, scoring often. He said pretty much every game they played in that winning run, they scored early in the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So he said that we felt, as in United, felt that they had to go at City and catch them. And if you look at the kickoff, which Bruno Fernandes took, instead of trying to keep the ball, Bruno gives the ball to Lindelof, who hoofs it forward into City's half, straight into throw-in, that then Gabriel Jesus would lose, it would lead to the penalty, etc. But very much the idea was, let's go into their half, be aggressive, put them under pressure, and then see what happens. But don't let them dictate the game from first, second, because that's where they're really good. And he also knew that if you score first, then you know, which hadn't happened since November in all that run. But if you score first, it's obviously harder for City then.
Especially if you're United, and I don't want to take your counter-attacking side, because otherwise people get angry.
No,
so
but
you're dissing Oli, but no, you counter-attack and transition very, very well.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Maguire said we could have been braver with the ball, and we were not, and maybe this is something we have to work on. But he was really fair and said, we were not that great with the ball, but that was not the idea anyway.
Yeah, later in the show, I'm going to mention United's 6 monthly results. Needless to say, they made a ton of money in the last 6 months somehow. Yeah. But I'm wondering, if I'm Avram or Joel, I look at this and I say, we made huge profits. We're second in the Premier League. And look, we just beat Manchester City, who are supposedly the best team in the world, without our 3 highest paid players, David De Gea, Paul Pogba, and Edison Cavani, not necessarily in that order. So why do we need to spend money? We don't have any fans there. We're still minting it.
But isn't that the story? And the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, isn't that the story that every time when David's struggling, when there's a big game, they come out and win, and then you think, okay, well, let's give him a bit more time, let's give him more chance, because there's something there he can maybe capitalize on or build on. I don't know how you build on this performance. I guess you play Milan on Thursday night, and Milan they're a playing team. They like having the ball, they good movement, etc. So you could play exactly the same.
Everybody's injured for Milan, so I don't know that you can worry about them too much.
Yeah, but still, the idea is still that. So you can play exactly the same against them that you did against City on Sunday. But certainly I thought in how aggressive they were, the defensive shape, the effort, the work ethic, everything was perfect from United. They were so good. And then Luke Shaw became Roberto Carlos for the space of 1 minute.
It was fantastic.
And then that was enough. But I think we have to give them a lot of credit anyway.
Let's talk about City. Is this a blip? Because I know Pep came out and said, we played well. But I go back to what he said before, where he was concerned about them not taking their chances, even when they were winning. And I've said it before, looked at the numbers, this is going to probably end up as the lowest scoring team that Pep has ever put out there.
Yeah.
And you can point to Aguero, who clearly isn't in a condition to play anymore. You can point to Gabriel Jesus, who may be the center forward for Brazil, but guess what? Like, even with Aguero out, there's times when you would rather play with nobody up front or with another midfielder than with you. Does this become a concern, not so much in terms of the Premier League, but does it become a concern maybe in the Champions League?
Maybe. Certainly, it was just a game where nothing went their way on Sunday either. And I think...
Well, a lot of individuals were poor too,
I think. All the
De Bruyne, Sterling...
They gave away the ball so much. But just a pass like this, like me to you, it was just intercepted, or it was the wrong pass, or the weight on the pass wasn't good. And then they created a few chances, but it was nothing like exceptional. I think United were pretty comfortable defending for most of the game.
It felt like City took a million shots on goal, but a lot of them were low XG chances.
Yeah, completely. And Cancelo didn't have a good game. And when Cancelo doesn't have a good game, then you see it. No Bernardo Silva, which I think you lack a bit of intensity. You lose some intensity because Mahrez doesn't give you as much. Neither do De Bruyne and Gundogan. So I think there's a lot of things for Pep to ponder and to look at. But it was certainly not a good performance from City, I thought.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.